Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Ladies and gentlemen, there was a cyber attack on beef manufacturing. So now we know what's going to happen next. The price of beef is going to go through the roof in America, just like the price of gas after the Colonial Pipeline was hacked. And so gas prices are up all over the country. And, and this is a big travel season, and people are now running out here because the lockdown is over. So, yeah, they're going to take advantage and start gouging prices, and just expect this. Now, this ain't the only industry that was hacked. From what I understand, there's corporations all over this globe that are being hacked and paying ransoms. So this came out in Politico, June 5th, 2021. Cyber attack on food supply followed years of warning. So I don't understand how a country full of high IQ people and you don't even know how to fight cyber attacks. I mean, where's the group of high IQ people to counteract this? How come you don't exist, or you're acting like you don't exist? More questions than answers, y'all. Security analysis from the University of Minnesota warned the U.S. Agriculture Department in late May about a growing danger, a cyber crime known as ransomware, that could wreak havoc more on American food sources than COVID-19 did. A week and a half later, the prediction became reality as a ransomware attack forced the shutdown of meat plants that process more than a fifth of the nation's beef supply, in the latest demonstration of hackers' ability to interrupt a critical piece of the US economy. Now, they said because they had to shut down the plants, they said even shutting down the plant for a day will impact what's on the shelf. So now this is a new excuse for you to be paying probably twice or even triple the amount you were once paying before. And at a time when so many people are still unemployed, so many people are, in low wage jobs, and they can't afford all these hikes on gas and food and everything else, but they're going to do it anyway. They don't care. When have they ever cared? Never. All right. The hack of the global meatpacking giant JBS last weekend. So it was last weekend, and also the starkest example of yet the food system vulnerability to digital attacks, especially as internet technology and automation gain an increasing role across farmlands and slaughterhouses. But federal oversight of the industry's cybersecurity practices remain light, despite years of warnings that an attack could bring consequences. ranging from higher grocery prices to contaminated food. But I think they went with the first, higher grocery prices. Virtually no mandatory cybersecurity rules govern the millions of food and agriculture businesses that account for about a fifth of the US economy. Just voluntary guidelines exist. Why? Okay, so who's the high IQ person that made that decision? Mm-mm-mm. The two federal agencies overseeing the sector include the USDA, which has faced criticism from Congress for how it secures its own data. And unlike other industries that have formed information sharing collectives to coordinate their responses to potential cyber threats, the food industry disbanded its group in 2008. These people are such good leaders and decision makers. Yeah, whatever. Now, food producers need to face the fact that disruptive cyber attacks are part of what Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack calls their new reality. The same guy that screwed over the black farmers? Yeah, that guy. That's who was picked to lead the USDA. The one that sat there and screwed over black farmers and made sure they never got a dime. National security threats to the agriculture supply chain haven't received enough attention across the entire federal government, argued Rep. Rick Crawford, Arkansas, who serves on both the House Intelligence and Agriculture committees. Too often, agriculture is dismissed as it's important, but it's not that a big deal. So your food supply is not a big deal, huh? Woo! You got to hand it to the high IQ, y'all. All right. All right. So if you eat, you're involved in agriculture. Exactly. Technically, we're all part of agriculture. We're just consumers of it. All right. So we got people that work in agriculture and you got people that consume agriculture. So technically, we're all involved in it. We all need to recognize that it's a virtual industry, and this incident illustrates that. North American Meat Institution, which represents meat packers, declined to comment on the state of the industry, cybersecurity measures, or potential changes following the hack. The cry of the alarm, the University of Minnesota Food Protection and Defense Institute arrived in the most unassuming of packages. So, the USDA, one thing, ladies and gentlemen, it's got a horrible racist past. Okay. But look at what's happening to them now. You got somebody attacking them, and I promise you, it ain't us. It ain't us. It's more likely people that look just like them. And it's something they cannot get control over. They can't get no control over it. And they're just hacking everybody all over the globe. Well, I guess it's a good thing they are attacking all of these industries. Much of them got their wealth from slavery. Know what I mean, everybody? Now look at what's happening to them now. They are getting cyber attacked. They said this is going on. It's rampant and it's going on a lot in America. I was looking at a couple of other articles. Mm-mm. This did not start now. This has been going on now for a few decades. But the hackers are so sophisticated, they can go in, hack, and leave no trace. So it's not like they can just go out there and trace who's doing this. It's not quite that easy. But see, if America was smart, they would have brought in people that knew how to hack and trained them to counteract the hackers. But they ain't worried about that. Nah, no, not old high IQ America. They're not worried about that. Okay, fast spreading ransomware attacks could simultaneously block operations at many more plants than the ones that were affected during the pandemic. And look, they did it perfect timing. If you were going to hack, you always kick them when they are down, and America was definitely down during the pandemic. The Institute warned in its May 18th filing, noting that COVID-19 last year forced a shutdown of slaughterhouses that prompted fears of meat shortages and price spikes. It was just the latest in a series of warnings from the national security and law enforcement agencies, private cyber security companies, and academic researchers. Okay, so you got all of these agencies warning America, and America did nothing but continue to do what it does, be ignorant and do nothing. Y'all know what I've been saying about the leadership, right? You believe me now? Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. And you can best believe this is not the last attack on the food industry or any industry in this country. Peace, family.